I think it is, but I could be wrong. It's like the weird sex laws. She said it would make sense because they don't allow commercial use. So I say, that's just not true. I said, that's them. I said, I'm new and I'm a businessman. I'm successful for a reason. So then I show her the penthouse suite that I got.
Mm-hmm.
This huge penthouse suite. She said, I trusted her. I worked with her for a year and a half. So when she told this, I didn't know better to not trust her word, which I understand is wrong. Let's go back to the apology that she wrote when she found out and I caught her out. I just wanted to personally reach out. Now, mind you, all these women have apologized behind closed doors, but they stay bashing me in public.
Sure
now,
do.
once again, this is when? February 14th of 2024. But it started in 2023. So this has been going on for 2 years. That these women have been lying and talking.
Valentine's Day to send you an apology, like it was.
I just wanted to personally reach out and apologize for calling you out. I was in my feelings, and my feelings were hurt, and I, honest to God, was not trying to make you out to seem like some kind of predator, because I sincerely don't believe you are. I just wanted to state that our conversation made me uncomfortable. Now, once again, how did our conversation make us uncomfortable when you said I ghosted you? You were uncomfortable by me not talking to you?
Yeah.
You rejected her.
I didn't even reject her.
In her mind,
She's the one who ghosted you, like you said.
But in her mind, he rejected her because he didn't hit her back like, hey,
like,
you know, you still interested. You know what I'm saying? Like, you
No.
ghosted. In her mind,
Hell no.
the delusional mind, you
But
ghosted
that's
her.
the thing. But that's the thing. Like, you can't then go and make allegations and stuff like that. You got one female on the post saying, oh, don't trust me around kids. You already heard her video saying that I didn't do none of that. I never was weird around any kids. Then from that, you say, this girl says you're a creep. I was never creepy to you. I never asked you to send me any boudoir pictures. The only reason I offered a boudoir photo shoot is because you said that you had a year and a half of boudoir experience. So boom. So
that's what you started out with.
Man. So she goes, you see a book of an apology.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't accept your apology because it's still lies.
And he don't have to. And he don't
I said
have to.
100 people messaged me. I didn't go back to comments to see who said what. When you said you had boudoir experience, I was like, okay, cool. When you said that wasn't what you wanted, I said, what do you want? And then privately apologizing for public disrespect. I don't accept your apology. It should be as loud as your accusations. It's very professional to do paid penthouse shoots for large sessions. I'm a year in. I didn't have my own studio then, so I used a penthouse. She said, I apologize on the women's group too, but you're absolutely valid for not accepting my apology. I get it. I said, I never said I out a client's business. That was a whole nother thing. That was the whole, whenever the men's group started.
Oh.
Yeah.
Y'all want to be like us so bad.
Man, we do.
Man,
But I'm going to send you all this, but yeah.
She's sending him a full page.
Oh, yeah. Man, it's too much to read on this. So, boom. So, from that, I'm like, that never happened. So, then we go to Ashton. So, I messaged Ashton, and I said, where's Ashton's at? I got it. Okay, I messaged Ashton. So now, mind you, this is just us conversation from 2023, May 4th, 2023. Hey, could you send me the pictures you took of me, if any? Yeah, I actually just got done uploading them. Cool. All love them. Thank you. You're welcome. Did you say you can rent out the train station inside to shoot in? Yeah, what time? I said, I'll be at the train station all day tomorrow. You can piggyback. I'll be outside doing mommy and me shoots. She said, I think the rain may hold off now. I checked again. We having casual conversation for a year.
Mm-hmm.
Everything cool. What's up? Want to call? I'll be free in about 15 minutes. Gave her my number. I'm dropping kids off at school. Let me get back home. Cool. No problem. We talking for a whole year.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't never told me I was a creep, weird. I was weird in person. Never said anything. You wanting to work with me.
Or that you're better than me.
Yeah. You've never, so clearly I'm trying to work with you. I'm trying to collaborate with you. So how do you think that I feel better than you when I'm literally trying to work with you? I'm like, hey, let's work. I think I'm going to initially do borrow lenses until I can afford all the extra gear. All this. Like, we having conversation. Hey, I'm looking to transition out of anything other than school pictures or sports pictures. But first, I'm looking to create an exposed media family network of photographers that I can refer my followers to, as well as my company.
So you're trying to give her business.
Man, I've been trying to give these photographers business since day one. Because I only wanted to do school pictures. Initially, I wanted to only do school pictures and sports pictures. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that I was getting a lot of bookings for families and stuff like that. I didn't care, though.
Yeah.
I don't want that. I want to create, but I do want to have trusted photographers that I can send these families to that can get affordable photo shoots. I said, if you're interested in learning more, please reach out at your earliest convenience. She said, well, what's the discount? Because I said I would want to be able to give them discounts for it because I still wanted to have affordable family pictures for these families.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to collab with her. Boom. So we're going to go ahead and scroll past all that where she's talking. Where we communicating back and forth forever. Okay. Boom. I also bought some wings from her, some studio stuff. On February 14th, whenever old girl messaged me, I said, I really hate that I found out you have been speaking down on me behind my back. I said, I love your work, respect you, and never speak down on anyone. We don't have to harp on it, but I know and have seen the messages. I'll keep you out of the defamation case, but I do not respect it at all, and have never and will never do you like that. I'm respectful to the end. All love, no problem. That was 2 years ago. So in April, I found out she's still talking about me. I said, stop. Seriously, stop. I don't know what your issue is, but I will gladly add you to the defamation if you continue. Because I found out that these messages were from her.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, leave me alone. I said, this ain't you talking shit, ? I said, quit playing on Facebook and lying. I can shut you down with defamation or I can blast you on social media, but I know how hard it is being a small business owner. So once again, I'll just say respectfully, leave me alone. I don't know why you fixate on me, but dead ass, leave me alone. So she sends me the messages where Whitney was telling her lies. She said, this is the story I got. Seeing that she messaged you all nice and not worried pissed me off. This was a whole misunderstanding, and from the story I got, she was worried.
But if that was the case, you could have said something in the whole year of us going back and forth.
My points, exactly. She said, yes. I said you had a big head and came here all, I'm doing it all, and that's my opinion on it. I've seen other photographers here do it, and it's wrong. I've gotten criticism over and over about me, but I take it and leave it. Tearing someone down on Facebook publicly is so fucked up, Darian. Now, I'll rebuttal in a second. Y'all see.
Did she say because you're doing it all?
Yeah. She said tearing someone down on Facebook. Now, mind you, I don't feel like tearing someone down is saying what you did. If you don't like what you did,
they're like, oh, you're being a bully. First of all, no,
I'm just saying what you did. Like, how am I tearing you down if me tearing you down is saying what you did?
You tore yourself
down. You tore yourself down, boo-boo.
Yeah.
That ain't got nothing to do with me. She said, we just didn't. She said, tearing someone down on Facebook is wrong. She said, we just didn't vibe, and that's fine. I barely even know you. I just went by what I saw online. Now, mind you, we've been talking for a year. Like I said, y'all don't see the messages. And your online presence is loud and overbearing sometimes, and that's not who I vibe with.
Well, then unfollow him.
It's really that simple. You don't have to be on my page.
You don't. And the fact that they find every reason to bring you up, I'm sorry, it really pisses me off.
Go ahead, you good.
They find every reason to bring you up. Like, oh, he's offering this special. Let me screenshot it and post it in this group and be like, hey, isn't this that dude? If y'all don't like him, shut the fuck up about it. Unfollow him, block him, do what you got to do. But you know what? Actually don't. Because all you doing is making people wonder why y'all hate him so much. He's probably getting more clients off this. But like,
it'd be strange. She said, and that's okay. I'm more quiet and contained. Hell, I'm getting old. She said, keep on bashing me if it makes you feel better, but this has gone on too long. Now, mind you, the only reason why it's gone on so long is because I am replying to people coming to me and saying
what you said.
Saying that, oh, you're a creep. How am I a creep? Oh, well, Dawn said, or because Whitney said, or because I saw this in this group. Also, the penthouse was not creepy, in my opinion. She never said that. She just said hotel. She also said I told him I didn't want boudoir, but then he insisted, which clearly she didn't, and that was a lie. So again, misunderstanding, because that would have been creepy, but you weren't. So once again, y'all are apologizing in my inbox, left and right, but on public,
on social media, you
dogging me. And every closed door, y'all dogging me.
She had no right to say what she said. Like, mind your business.
I said her lying to you got nothing to do with me. You had an open communication with me. You could have easily came to me and said, hey, someone is saying you gave them creepy, when she literally reached back out to me for an update. I said, I didn't misunderstand anything because I went by facts. You chose to choose emotion and lies. That's the difference. I said, I haven't bashed you once. Haven't said you were a bad person nor a bad photographer because I don't know you. I said you are a liar and don't speak lies about me. How y'all keep missing that is beyond me. I said, show me one thing that I said bad about any of you all. I said, I'll wait.
The truth.
Man, I said, talking about gone on too long. This is the only post I've ever wrote about you. If you need that proof too, that's fine. I got receipts. She said, literally putting my name and business on your public profile. Now, once again, your name and your business, my name and my reputation and my business. You're calling me a creep.
Like,
you're calling me a pedo. You're calling me all these things.
Yeah.
Me defending myself.
And now you're the bully.
Nothing to do with
How
And
am I
now
wrong
you should
for
be the
defending
bigger
myself?
person. That's all I keep saying is you should be the bigger person.
But
Fuck
I'm being
you.
called, I'm being called a
Fuck
pedo.
you.
I'm being called a creep. And I gotta be the big person. Like, oh nope, I'm just gonna be
Petty
quiet.
LaBelle over here.
Like what? I'm supposed to allow these allegations to continue, and I'll be cool. She said, "And no, you didn't bring my name into it until yesterday. But the people who knew what went down would send me messages about how you kept posting. So y'all still been talking about me.
Y'all still been stalking me.
Y'all still been stalking me. Still been talking about. But somehow I'm bothering you.
They need a life.
So I said exactly. So instead of trying to talk shit and listen to a liar, you could have just lied. I said you could have just lied, but instead you took the stance of blocking me when I came to you and asked why you were talking about me. I never brought up boudoir until she said she had a year and a half of boudoir experience. Facts is what matters to me and my reputation and a single father of a little girl. So someone trying to put out I'm a creep when I have myself have a little girl, I'll never stand for. And as far as thinking I have a big head, you don't even fucking know me. I only came to you about collaboration, growth, and support. So what are you talking about? So I said, so facts about my life bash you. Defending myself bashes you. You said I was a creep. You said ick. You said I was better than. That's talking shit. I haven't said a damn thing other than you a liar. If you don't like being called a liar, it's simple.
Stop lying.
Don't be one. So that's what these conversations are.
And we gonna have the main highlights. You gonna be able to see them. Don't you worry.
Oh yeah, listen.
But you know what? Fuck her. Fuck. We gonna gave her enough publicity today.
Hold on. Okay, so we gotta get to the last allegation. We gotta get to the last allegation.
Yeah.
All right, my bad.
Go ahead.
She was like,
make a special out of this.
And the whole requesting digitals is normal. I never meant that was weird. I was under the assumption that she said, I don't want to do boudoir, and you said so. But you did tell her that asking for a side profile picture and a football product is weird. But now once again, y'all are in my inbox.
Say this shit on your page.
Man, don't dog me in public, talk down on me, disrespect me, and then when I call y'all out publicly, oh, he's bullying us. No, y'all are in my inbox. So when I did publicly put that out, that's when, so now mind you, for my 30th birthday, I booked like 30 photographers, okay? Because I was going to do a 30 for 30. It's the first year I never thought I was going to make it to. And so I was trying to book 30 different photographers, and I did. Now, with those 30 different photographers, I got busy. I forgot about some people. So come to find out, one of the photographers that I had booked with and paid a deposit, whenever I put out the post about her, she goes on dogging me in the comments. Oh, well, you're this and you're that, so on and so forth. This is the one that ended up owing me money.
What's her name? Okay. This one I was in the spot in Bowling Green.
Yeah, this is when it got live.
In every group.
Yeah.
In every group.
This was Amber Nicole Finn. No. So whenever I saw her dogging me, I was like, hey, let's call it cool. Because she was like, you didn't even finish off the photo shoot that you're supposed to do with me. I was like, I did have a photo shoot with you.
She said,
Shit. You're right. You got me. I didn't do that photo shoot. Now, mind you, I did pay you a deposit, but I didn't do that photo shoot. But now that you hate me, I realize that we're not going to do this photo shoot. I said, so I reached out to her. I was like, hey, we can still do the photo shoot because I don't care if you hate me. I don't care. Yeah. I did put a deposit in, so I might as well finish off the photo shoot.
Yeah.
I said, but if you don't want to book me, just send me back my money. She said, well, I'm not sending you back your money. I said, all right, cool. I said, so let's go ahead and book the photo shoot. She said, okay, no problem. Just go ahead and give me the rest of the $100 so that we can do the photo shoot. I said, all right, cool. Now, she messages me, starts talking crazy. She's already talking crazy in the inbox. She starts being rude. And I'm like, I'm fed up. I've been dealing with this shit for 2 years. I was like, yo, if you don't want to fucking book me, I'm cussing at this point because I don't care. I said, y'all are fucking liars. Y'all have been lying on me for 2 years, and now you trying to steal my money. Quit playing with me.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Yeah.
It's too far at this point.
Yeah.
So I cuss her out, and that's what everybody's in uproar about. You should never talk to a woman that way. Now,
hold on. It was the whole, you said something about her husband need to.
Okay. So let me find that. Okay. I'm gonna tell you why I said that. Okay. So I'm gonna tell you why I said the whole husband comment. Okay, so all right, I'm gonna get to it. So it was a back and forth.
Oh man.
Let me find where I said. So like the whole time, like she was talking to me before this, like talking shit, telling me I was lying, but I'm showing her receipts of where she lying.
Hey y'all, these receipts is real.
Bruh.
Man, when I tell you receipts,
Listen,
on receipts,
these
on
these
receipts.
ain't even
think
just
he about to
regular
file his taxes.
screenshots. This ain't no shit a nigga screenshot that he could have copied and pasted. This man had screen recording. What is you talking about?
Record.
Hey, y'all, these is real receipts.
This is real, bro. I ain't lying to y'all. I ain't never lied to y'all.
Real,
I ain't never lied to y'all. So like all this
Real
lies and bullshit, like I'm not.
He
I
said
ain't never
he had
lied to
let
y'all.
it be known.
Man, like when they reached out to me, it was like, yo, like we want to hear your side, cause like ain't nobody ever asked me what's been going on. This is two years. Imagine 5 different people, and overall it's more than that, cause they got groups and shit that they be talking in. So 5 main people, like 10 to 15 other people,
Side characters.
yeah.
And for the record, we also want to let y'all know this too. If y'all want to come over here and tell y'all side,
Yeah, if you
by
wanna
all
clear
means,
your
you
name,
can.
please.
However, I mean,
Please.
we gonna let you speak your piece, but we here for the facts, and all I see is receipts right now. Yeah, man, it's gonna be
white
kind of
fragility.
hard to rebuttal
Bruh.
screen recordings.
It's all here. So I'm like, yo, like y'all been coming to me for 2 years. So I ain't cussed none of y'all out for 2 years. So you mad? I was patient for 2 whole years, and then finally cussed you out. But neither here nor there, it was wrong. So she said, don't come at me about. I said, hey. She asked me if the 9th works. I said I can no longer do the 9th. Thought you couldn't do it. Then since there was no response. She said, don't come at me about delayed response. Please, when there were 3 days for you to respond with. I said, yo. I said, huh? I said, I didn't come at you. I said, look, I ain't got no issue with. I said, look, I ain't got no issue with you, but you're not gonna disrespect me. I said, stop that shit now. Like, what the fuck? I said, I know for damn sure you don't talk to any of your other clients like that. I just told
real
you
though.
why I booked something. You on some tit for tat bullshit. I'm just trying to communicate a date. You don't need to respond. You good, right? So that's like she came at me with the wrong energy in the first place. I didn't care no more because at this point it's been 2 years I've been dealing with this bullshit, and now you taking money from me. And people be like, oh well, if you got money, why do you care about $100?
Because it's my money.
Because it's my
care.
money. I don't care if it's
Bruh, give me
$5.
$1. I swear to God, I don't
Give me
care.
my
Like
money.
50 cents, that's mine.
What is it? Just give me my money.
Yeah, so she then I'm like, clearly if you hassling me about not sending this back, you clearly can't afford it. Like, and she was like, oh, this is just a side hustle. Let me find it. She said, this is just a side hustle. My husband takes care of me. So I then in response said, well, your husband needs to control the situation. Now, control was the wrong word. I'm going to tell you what I meant to say, but hey, it's out there now. Y'all can take it how you want. What I was saying was, okay, if you're trying to say that your husband takes care of you, then he needs to take care of this situation.
He needs to take care of the situation,
Because why are you
especially with a man.
conversing with me, a man?
Yeah.
Why are you conversing? Because like I wouldn't, if I have a wife and she has a disagreement with a man, I am not going to allow my wife to call a man out of his name and argue with her over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna step in and I'm gonna squash that shit.
I'm gonna
gonna
have the
get
conversation with him.
eradicated.
Hey, I'm either gonna give him the money or I'm gonna say, hey, you're done communicating with my wife, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So control, I get that that's the word that y'all don't like, but like it's out there. That was the word that was used.
He said what he said.
She started off with the whole
The
my
world's
husband takes
so
care of me.
soft now.
So in return, I'm like, okay,
So
well your husband needs to
The
control it.
world's so
I'm
damn
sensitive.
soft. So sensitive about everything. What, man?
So now, mind you,
Okay.
she's
We
talking
listening.
about she was unsafe. Now, mind you, I said, let's have the photo shoot at the police department. If you feel unsafe, let's have the photo shoot at the police department. I said, call the police department, ask them if we're allowed to do a photo shoot on their premises, and then return to me with that information. So for y'all being like, oh, he was trying to get her alone and hurt her
and hurt her.
at the police department. So this is what I said. She said, just an FYI, that comment, make sure he's there, is a threat. I said, in what world? I said, just because you're a piece of shit doesn't mean I am. Like I said, I ain't care at this point, y'all. Just disregard this cuss word. I ain't care at this point. But, if you want to regard him, regard him.
She done turned into Karen.
I said, you just negative all over it. He should be there so that when you're arrested, someone can drive the car home. I said,
So when you're
because she
arrested-
asked, she said, where would you like to do the photo shoot? I said, the police department is a good place for you to get arrested. It's a good place for continuing to steal from me. I said, where you want to meet? She said, arrested for what? The session is in place. That's what you paid for. I'm going through with if I'm getting arrested, might as well just meet at BGPD. I said, perfect. She said, for what? I said, theft. I told you stole $100 from me. She said, how, when we just confirmed the session for the 14th at 6 p.m. at BGPD. So once again, y'all people talking about, oh, she was in danger. At BGPD. At the Bowling Green Police Department, on the steps of the police department, her taking pictures of me, she was going to be in danger.
What you gonna stomp on the
What was I going to do?
steps?
And people talking about, oh, you invited her husband there. That's 2-on-1. What do you mean? How am I endangering her by her husband being there
To give
the
her
police department.
security that she needs plus the law.
and the police department
Like,
there?
what else could you ask for?
I made it as safe as possible for her
Damn, Karen.
in her mind. Because, I wasn't going to be on
Damn,
nothing
Karen.
regardless. Because, what does a black man look like beating up a... Come
A
on
white
now. Let me
woman.
not even go that far. I
A
ain't
white
even-
woman on Bowling Green Police Department
Doorstep.
property. At they
Can
doorstep.
we make
saying,
that make sense?
Hey,
At the end of the day, this whole situation with everybody, you
I'm
know,
here.
it's white woman tears.
I'm stomping this bitch out. Come get me.
Man.
bitch.
Powerful.
That makes
Come get
no sense. So for y'all to be like, oh, she was really in danger because he cussed at her. I asked for the photo shoot to be at Bowling Green Police Department with her husband present. But like I said, y'all gonna get the receipts. But long
How
story
many
short,
people was in there? 10 people? You
yeah,
said?
altogether 10. There's
Fuck all
5
10
main
of y'all.
characters. Oh, I just want to show y'all one more apology, because like I said, the apologies was rolling. The apologies is rolling in inbox. I am sorry for what I said about being glad I didn't work with you. It wasn't like me to say that, and I was angry at you. You don't have to accept my apology, but I wanted to let you know that I shouldn't have said that.
Was angry at you.
Right.
The world's smallest.
I was in my
All these
feelings.
people are in my inbox
Because they was
What
in
the
their
fuck?
feelings.
apologizing, but y'all mad at me saying that I was wrong to women, and I ain't did nothing but for 2 years allowed them to lie on me, call me a pedo, call me creep, and none of it's been true because all of them been apologizing in my inbox. Like I said,
we don't
Hey.
have the receipts for y'all. There you-
there's plenty of
But
receipts, but
They will
Speaking
be
of hate,
lined up.
okay, we're going to talk about your friend who has been getting all the hate. All the hate. Let's talk about how you ended up collabing with Janelle.
oh my girl,
They
my
love to
girl,
hate
my
her.
girl,
They keep bringing her up.
Girl,
First we
Jay.
hate her because she white. Then we
Bruh.
hate her because she mixed. Then we hate...
Then we hate her
Bruh,
because she
we-
doing the same move.
Hold on. We
Then
hate her
we-
because that's not her song or her dance. Have y'all not been on
Man.
TikTok?
Hey, let me tell y'all
Y'all
something.
ain't been
man.
on TikTok.
Damn.
Let me
That's
just
all it is.
What
I got-
in the fuck?
Okay, so man, I got mad love for Janelle. She mad cool people. She very, very humble, despite what people think. She very humble.
Yeah.
She very cool peoples. Man, honestly, I'm nobody to her, right? So I tell people all the time, opportunity is just having preparedness with the ability to shoot your shot.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, you need a content creator. You about to blow up. You need a content creator to make sure that you run this the right way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna show you how to monetize your page. I'm gonna show you how to get your content up and flowing. I'm gonna show you what groups to build. And if you down, let me know. She hit me back and was like, yo, I would like to learn more. She called me that night and we chit-chatted. Like, yo, I'll come out to wherever your next show is and let's get you some content if you like what you see. I'm saying let's work. So I flew out, drove out to Iowa. About
Iowa.
about a 7-8 hour
The black
drive.
people in Iowa.
Man, bro, lit black
Really?
people too, bro. Wow. Hey, listen, I walked in. I said, I thought he was about to be informing for white people.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, black. Black is ghetto.
Yeah.
Selling drugs, like all that.
All right.
Smoking in the club,
Shout
like,
out to
hey,
Iowa.
I'm like,
I
what's
could have
up?
found me a bag of weed
Damn,
there.
what's good?
Oh, shout out to Iowa.
Hey, yeah, shout out to Iowa. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Shout
like,
out to
hey,
Iowa,
y'all
man.
ratchet out here. I rock with it. I'm cool with that. And heck, that hit 10 million views, and we just knew it was up. And you know what I'm saying? We got mad respect, mad love for each other. She real cool people. It's like, bro, like when I see the craziness online, bro, like, and it's so easy to see, like she ain't never said that she created the dance. She ain't never said, like, she do believe that she popularized it. I do believe so too, because
She
like
did.
that dance
Nobody
was
cared
out.
about
So that dance, that girl made that dance in like January. It's what, May? It didn't start popping, and everybody seen it on their page until Janelle did it and went viral for it.
It's not like she was trying. Somebody else.
Yeah, like
Somebody
that's the
else
thing. Like
recorded
And
her
put it
she
on
was,
doing
they
it.
yeah. So she went to the
Yeah.
club. Like, so mind you, so Janelle, she graduated. Shout out to you, Janelle. You know, mad love. You know, we have to do your graduation pictures and your birthday pictures. So I'll see you soon. But
Oh,
she graduated like next week.
all right.
So she was home from basketball season, and she went to the club just like anybody else. When they young, they come home from college, they go to the club.
Mm-hmm.
She went to the club. She dancing like everybody else. DJ videos her. And that's what
Boom.
happened. It go viral. So when people are like, oh, she didn't tag her in the viral video. She didn't post the viral video.
Yeah.
You know, you can't make somebody else tag somebody else. And the crazy thing is the
He
person that
probably
didn't
didn't even
tag.
know who she was.
Nah, the thing is though, the person that didn't tag Tiana is Tiana's manager. So it's like her own manager didn't tag her.
Oh, that was
how can you be
lit.
mad?
But that was
How can you be
smart
mad?
as fuck. Cause the money still came in house.
Man,
That
yeah,
was
yeah.
lovely,
So yeah, so
yeah.
like, dude making his money because, like you said, like he probably made about $5,000-6,000 off that one video. And he's got monetized, he's verified. So he, knowing what I know about content off that one video, he probably made about $5,000-6,000. He's got like 17, 18 million views, and like a whole bunch of reactions and comments because all the controversy. So like, she couldn't even control that, and so now it's like me every time I'm about to do the darn Dougie, I'm like, the dance creator was so and so. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't know who created the wobble. I don't know who created the electric slide. Shit, I don't know none of that.
I think the post, if I ain't mistaken, I think the post now like that had the people in the uproar.
Because she
was
said,
the-
"Ain't nobody fucking with me."
All right, let me tell you
No,
something.
That's that black girl
not
being
that
weird.
one. It wasn't that one. It was the one that was talking about her pay. You dig? Like her price.
Okay,
$6,000.
okay.
Her price went up.
No, the thing. Okay, the first one that everybody was mad about was I'm not regular no more.
Yeah,
Something like that. Okay,
but she not. She viral.
you're not though.
You
like
know who she is. When
You know who
said,
she
"Walk
is, so
in here
she's
right
not
now,"
regular no more.
Bruh.
So when you see her,
this woman
she
is
can't
booked
walk through and
every
be like,
day in May.
"Oh, that's just her."
This woman is booked every day in May. That is not
Yeah.
regular.
Yeah,
She's booked every single day in the month of May.
And
Yeah.
people be mad because they like, all she doing is winding her hips. You mad
And?
because you can't wind your hips and get paid
Hey,
for
get
it?
what?
On top of that, it ain't $6,000.
Hey,
I can really
sweetheart.
call Janelle right now, and be like, for my, because I mean,
enjoy
hot take.
that shit.
She might be in town for my birthday. She might, you know
Enjoy
what I'm saying? But
enjoy
we
that
gon-
shit,
we
baby,
gon-
because they
I'll
gon'
let the
they
shit
gon'
go.
If she
hate
in
that.
town, we gonna have her on this couch.
Yeah,
okay?
so
Hey,
she might be in
if
town
we
for my birthday.
Miss Janelle.
Possibly. I would
Yeah,
hope so.
man.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see. We're gonna see.
Have a
We'll
birthday
see. We'll see.
episode.
We
Turn
can.
up, turn up.
We see.
Yeah.
We'll make hanging out. But I mean, it's just hilarious just listening
Bruh,
to
they be-
everybody. But they was mad at her because she saying she wasn't regular, and then her price went up.
I
Like,
look on Facebook, somebody hating. I look on TikTok, at least every 3
Oh,
videos is something about her.
she ain't even black. She ain't even black.
Hold on. Let me. Her, bro, like her brothers. They got whole rap careers and everything. Like they niggas. Like that's our brothers and stuff. Like.
That nigga look like
Ah,
That nigga look like they finna tear the club.
bro.
Not
He a rap artist.
Yeah,
But yeah, like we be maxing, we be turned. You know what I'm saying? Like they black. You know what I'm saying? They mix. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to call it, you don't want to call it black. Oh, well, you know that comes into the whole colorism thing. Like, bro,
Man,
like
she black.
if you don't want to call it black, cool. But
The
don't be
old
trying to be
people-
like, oh, she
old
white.
people used to say, "Shit,
she,
you got a drop of black
yeah,
blood
yeah,
in you,
yeah.
you're black."
You know what I'm saying? I get it. You know what I'm saying? People praise the movie Sinners with
Yeah.
the quote unquote white lady that was actually white playing a mixed chick. But y'all still mad at this mixed chick.
Hold on, but I don't know. Never mind. 'Cause I'm
Yes.
But yeah, man. It's
But,
just like, man, you play the role that you want to play. When Barack got elected president, we got a black president. You know what I'm saying? He mixed. You know what I'm saying? Like people choose when they want certain figures to be black. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Rosa
Man,
Parks
at
was
the end
mixed,
of
but
the
she
day-
mad light skinned.
Man, you already.
But we
know
say
at the
Rosa
end of
Parks
the day,
black. I'm just saying I don't know if Rosa.
I ain't
Now
gonna lie, when
don't
I
shoot
first
me.
saw
We
you
all
there,
I don't know.
We
I
all
thought she
our
was
own worst
spicy
enemy.
white.
Man.
I
That's
thought
just
she was
it.
spicy white. You know when you white, but you like Italian and something else too.
She was
Like Latina and white.
Yeah, like, I thought
that's
she
right.
was spicy white.
Honey Dijon.
Yeah, that Dijon mustard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But shit, man, you know, we see all of the craziness that goes on and everything like that, but we see a lot of the positive shit that you also do out here. You know what I'm saying? We see the ride shares and everything that
Absolutely.
you do like that. We see that you're trying to help other photographers get their thing going
Absolutely.
on and
Helping
everything like
domestic
that.
violence victims.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you,
show
you,
no,
you
show
do
no,
a
show no.
lot for the community, bro. So we just want to give you your flowers
Yeah,
now
thank you, bro.
while you
Thank
here.
you,
You know what I'm
thank
saying?
you, thank you.
So with everything that you have going on positive, bro, we gonna make everything on a positive note.
Yeah,
in
for
this.
sure,
So
for sure, for
we
sure.
want to know. We see the post. You know, you about to get ready to make another big move.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yes, you about to leave
congratulations
us.
to you for
Thank you,
that.
thank you, thank you,
Yeah.
thank you.
So with this new venture and this new mindset, what's the future goals for exposed media and for Darren Ray as a man?
Yeah, so those that really know me know that exposed media is gonna be ending eventually, because the passion that I have is for my other company called Guiding Light.
Okay.
So the biggest reason why I started Exposed Media was to fund the app development for my other company. So that's an intellectual genealogy program called Guiding Light. And so what it allows you to do is leave your wisdom and guidance to your family and your loved ones, versus your finances and possessions. Because everybody ain't got finances and possessions to leave, but we all got our mind. So every day on the app, it's like, what would you say to your child on their wedding day? What would you say if they were ever in an abusive relationship? What would you say on their graduation day? So that if you don't make it there physically, you can still be
still
there for
there.
them intellectually and mentally, and being able to like still raise them. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody don't have a life insurance policy, but this is life insurance for your mind.
Yeah.
And so the next venture is just looks like, everything's about, I know it sounds, greedy, but everything's about making money to be able to fund my application and being able to change the world and be able to help people be able to, sometimes we hear like, I wonder what my mom would say in this moment. I wonder what my grandfather would say in this moment.
And now they can know.
And now they can know.
Now they can know.
And not it be AI. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. I don't want it to be AI. I don't want people to I don't want a computer to say what your grandma might say. I want it to really be your grandma and that personal experience.
Personally speak
And
that to you.
and also work with like 23andMe. So like when you look up your family history and
You
you're
can
like,
also
okay,
hear these things
yeah,
from.
you can hear their wisdom and their guidance and truly be able to follow your family tree. So
That's what's up.
that's really what the goal is. Continue giving back to my community. Continue helping domestic violence. That's really dear to me. I have my parents were foster parents when I was growing up, and I have a lot of like foster sisters that were in abusive relationships, and I was too young, too small to like save them, to help them, to be there for them, to defend them. And so being able to have the resources that I have now and the capabilities that I have now, I'm big on helping that community where they're trying to get away. And the reason I don't charge for those services is because, unfortunately, a lot of times people stay. I'll drive states away and I'll get there and she'll be like, well, I'm gonna stay with dude still, or I'll pay for somebody's ticket to get here, and they won't get on the flight. So I don't want the family to have to take that burden. You know what I'm saying? So I help out where I can, donors where I can, people that donate, and all the rides I take, because like SideQuest Travels is a side quest for me. My main business is Exposed Media, so all of the SideQuest Travels money, everything that I make from doing rides goes to a domestic violence fund, so that when domestic violence people need to get a ride, I can just use that money to slide it over. So, I'm really big on, providing learning for kids. I'm not good at school, still not, what I'm saying? But I feel like it's because like I wasn't taught right, and not to blame anybody, but I just feel like there could have been more done to make me be better in school. You know what I'm saying? If I had people that cared about me, yeah. So providing mentors for the youth and being able to provide programs where they can get the best of both worlds. I want to set up a fund. It's called a Doghouse, but where they can learn sports as well as have tutors there, because I want them to have, because a lot of people they'll choose sports over school.
It's like you don't have to choose.
Yeah, you don't have to choose. You know what I'm saying? Come to the Doghouse, and not only will we train you in whatever sport that. Yeah, we make dogs. You know what I'm saying? So whatever sport that you choose, you know what I'm saying? You can come, have personal trainers, have people that develop you, have skill developers that teach you, grow you, but also inside that same facility, you have the mentors. A lot of those things are separated. You do got the Boys and Girls Club, but mostly that's geared towards learning. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You do got, private trainers, but then private trainers ain't teaching you nothing about school. You know what I'm saying? You got after school programs, but it's strictly school. You don't really have a true organization that merges the two, where you have high quality physical trainers and high quality scholars that are teaching you how to apply the knowledge that you're learning in basketball, or how to apply what you learned in school to basketball, and being able to cross-reference those things, because a lot of kids can understand that, okay, when I move here, I cut there. When I do this, when I hit this part of the basket, it goes in. But that's angles, you know what I'm saying? That's angles. Your arch trajectory, all that is mathematics, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, geometry, knowing logistics of, knowing how to delegate. Okay, you got a point guard, a center, a power forward, like that's delegating what roles you're best in. So learning in business, okay, I need to delegate. If I'm not good at editing, I need to hire an editor. If I'm not good at talking in front of the camera, I'm gonna be behind the camera. So truly being able to merge those two things and being able to give kids the ability to learn sports, and also being able to learn and how to value academics, because a lot of these kids feel like sports is the only way out, but we already know that 1% of people really make it in the sports realm, and a lot of times they fall off once they get out of high school and nobody else is there to teach them sports. Now they just the guy playing at the rec center that's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? So that's a few of the things that I'm trying to do and trying to build in not only my community but all over the world. So Dallas is just a place where I can make more money. Has nothing to do with my hometown. I love my city. I'm gonna come back and give all these things to my city. It's just right now I have to travel so much. Over the last week or two, I've been in Florida, Iowa, Tennessee, Dallas. Like, I had to travel so much because there's just not enough expendable income here. Versus, there's 70,000 people here in Dallas. There's 2.1 million. You know what I'm saying? It's just numbers wise. I'm able to, I'm able to make six figures here, and there's only 70,000 people. I go there ain't no telling what I can make. You know what I'm saying? I can multiply that by 2, 3, 4 times if I continue to implement what I'm doing. So it's just being able to get the funds to be able to do the things that I would desire to do in life, and giving back to my community and growing not only my business but the things that I do for the community. So
for sure,
that's what I'm big on, man. So well, I do appreciate y'all, man.
Recognize that you definitely do a lot for the neighborhoods.
Much love.
We see you at every. Well, the Bowling Green Freedom Walkers, photos there. Man, I see this man literally everywhere. So it's crazy to see this man
just left Jonesville Academy
in front of the camera instead of behind the camera. You did what I'm saying? So we salute him for everything that he got going on out here, man. Listen, tell everybody where to follow you at,
Hey,
brother.
y'all can follow me at Darian Ray. That's DARIAN space Ray. If you would like to book anything at all, you can go to Exposed Media. That's XPO, no E in the front. We grammatically incorrect. XPOSED Media, MEDIA. Y'all follow me on Facebook. On Instagram, it's _Exposed Media. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? I'm Facebook, Instagram type of dude. So yeah, y'all follow me on those two platforms. Follow Darian Ray for everything that I'm doing. That's business, that's marketing, that's content creator. If y'all want to book a photo shoot, y'all hit up Exposed Media. I would love to work with you all.
And
Love to
engage.
bring y'all. Yeah, engage.
Yeah.
Hit me up, like, comment,
So.
subscribe, share. You know what I'm saying? Give your opinion. You know what I'm saying? I love all of you all. I got mad love for my community. I got mad love for this universe. And I really just want to be able to be, help everybody understand, like, don't let my biggest takeaway is don't let 2 minutes of your day last 23 hours and 58. You know what I'm saying? Take every day with a grain of salt, move forward, love the people next to you because you never know when they're not going to be.
Yeah,
That's pretty much all I got, man. That's pretty much all I got.
Right.
Anything else for you?
I think we all gravy.
Look, we
like
told
my
y'all we was
business.
going to make it happen.
Hey.
We made it happen.
We made it happen.
And this has been lit. I have really enjoyed.
I enjoy myself. I enjoy myself. Much love.
Yes, most definitely. Y'all know where to follow us at, man. If y'all want to jump onto the podcast, y'all know to hit us up at the email, righteoustalk74@gmail.com. Tell them where to follow you, Queen. Let them know it once again.
At Keisha Kills It.
Yeah.
Okay. At Keisha Kills It. Find me on TikTok. Find me on Instagram. Just come find me.
And y'all know with me, man. Y'all follow me at righteous_LLC. And this has been another great episode of Righteous Talk. And we out.
Yeah.
All the kings that hold me down, they righteous. All the queens on the side of me, they righteous.